Later. The ALS Association's Ice Bucket Challenge has raised close to $100 million. It's heartwarming to one Baldwin Park patient who says thank you by sharing her astounding story of survival.
My baby mountain.
Seeing her dog is a joyous event. That's how 63-year-old Alice Alvarez lives each day, celebrating family, her garden, and her Buddhist practice. She credits daily chanting for keeping her centered when she received the shattering diagnosis of ALS, also known as Lou Gehrig's disease.
I was devastated when I found out. I thought it was like 2 to 5 years is what they give you.
That was back in 2001. ALS kills by destroying motor neurons responsible for muscle movement. Without movement, muscles begin to weaken. In time, it can affect the lungs.
And the patients won't be able to breathe any longer on their own.
Again, the disease can progress in the space of a few years. But neurologist Dr. Nazanin Matloubi says Alice is an exception.
She is the longest surviving patient I have.
About 5% of patients do survive up to 20 years. Experts aren't sure why. Dr. Matloubi runs the ALS clinic at Kaiser Permanente Medical Center, Los Angeles. For the past 7 years, her staff has been providing one-stop shopping care to ALS patients.
We have myself, we have a pulmonologist, we have respiratory therapists, physical therapists, speech therapists, nutritionists.
Alice was one of the very first patients. Studies show a multidisciplinary approach to treating ALS can extend survival about 1.5 years.
We can keep them as independent as possible.
Alice says the respiratory exercise of chanting keeps her lungs strong. Nearly 14 years after her diagnosis, she walks without help and spends a lot of time enjoying friends and family. Her most important advice? Celebrate each day as if it's a victory.
I have ALS, but ALS does not have me.
Alice goes to the ALS clinic once a month to get assessed, and so far her doctors say her condition remains stable. And she is so positive, and she just rolls with the punches.
That's awesome.
Good for her.
Maybe she's onto something with the chanting.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, there's a sheep in Australia feeling